Alright. Speaking of being lost in the plot, I probably should get started, shall I? Hello, Dragonfire. Thank you for saying hi. But, yeah. Yakuza 6. Let's get... Yeah, I was gonna say let's get started, but let's be honest, that's not happening. We're not gonna be starting for a little bit, because this game... There's a lot going on, to say the least. Let me just close the music of the title screen and actually boot up the title screen, shall I? Oh god, my eyes. I keep forgetting that this is the... like 2018 and earlier Sega jump scares you every time you boot up the game. You'd think after 6 games I would remember. Well, actually, it's more like 7 because I played the prequel too. But yeah! Let us get crackling. No, actually. Much to everyone's disappointment here, we're not playing a video game. We're playing a movie. And you think I'm joking, but I'm not. No spoilery intro. Oh, then let me get you a... Don't worry, there's not gonna be any spoiler for a bit. Because we have memories. So Yakuza 6, as some people might know, was kind of like where they wanted to end off the story arc of Kiryu. And understandably, that means that every game, starting from Yakuza 1 all the way up to Yakuza 5, is relevant to this game. And so much so that they've decided to give us a straight-up menu to catch up with the entirety of the story from the whole series, as well as which date they take place in. Now, of course, since Yakuza 0 was made after Yakuza 5, they were like, yeah, we can't really make it part of the canon, but it's basically still canon. This is, I believe, the re-release, so you should be using... I don't know which version of this game I'm running, actually. I don't know if I'm playing the new version of the old version. I'll see by clicking the summary of Yakuza, which took place in 2005. The events of Yakuza 5, I think this is actually... yes, I think this is Kaiwami graphics, but don't quote me on that. In October of 1995, Kamurocho, one of Asia... We're gonna be reading a novel here. We're gonna be reading a novel here. So if you people want to get yourself some popcorn, I don't even have my controller plugged in. That's how long this is gonna take. So yeah, October 1995, Kamurocho, one of Asia's largest entertainment district, in this town, swirling with desire and violence, lived a Yakuza by the name of Kazuma Kiryu, lieutenant advisor of the prestigious Dojima family. Your back already hurts. Oh, we're reading a straight-up essay here. We're gonna be here for a while. But he was later known as the Dragon of Dojima. He was a rising star, and soon he would take over a family of his own. At Kiryu's side was his best friend, Akira Nishiyama. The two grew up together in Sunflower Orphanage, and swore their oath to the Tojo clan, his Dojima family, on the same day. The pair was often joined by Yumi Sawamura, another of Sunflower's orphans whom they treated like a younger sister. And maybe a little something else. The happy days of the three of them would get together and drink at the upscale bar Serena. So are some of Kiryu's fondest memories. But one stormy night, their lives changed forever. You know, I feel like this entire thing, this like the memories bit really should be in every fucking game, because sometimes like in Yakuza 4, you're kind of just like, hey, remember what happened in Yakuza 2? And then you're like, no, I don't, because of course not. But yeah, the patriarch of the Dojima family, Sohei Dojima, which was kind of more important in Yakuza 0, kidnapped Yumi, prompting Nishiyama to shoot him in a blind frenzy. Kiryu arrived at the scene to find Nishiyama still holding the smoking gun. Kiryu made a fateful decision. In order to ensure Nishiyama could still be around for his little ill sister, Kiryu took the gun in hand and sent both Nishiyama and Yumi out of the building. That day, Kiryu became a patriarch killer, a crime above all crimes in the criminal world of the Yakuza. Time to completely zone out for an hour? Yes. Yes. Kiryu was jailed and expelled from the organization, and Yumi, suffering from traumatic memory loss, disappeared from the hospital. 10 years passed in the jails. December 2005, Kiryu emerges from his prison to a changed world. One that looks not like the PS2 anymore. Nishikiyama had lost his sister and suffered greatly in 10 years, and as a result had twisted into a monster. 10 years in the joint made you a fucking pussy. Yeah, that one. Except we're going by Yakuza Kiwami graphics, from what I can tell. It's been a bit, though. Not even Shintaro Kazuma, patriarch of the Kazuma family and founder of Sunflower Orphanage, a father figure to them both, could stay Nishikiyama's dark, I almost said dank transformation. And look at that smile, there he is. And the meeting of the Tojo Clan's direct patriarchs, Nishikiyama, now patriarch of his own family, exposed the fact that 10 billion yen had been stolen from the clan's coffers. In the ensuing chaos, the Tojo Clan's third chairman, Masaru Sera, which was an important character in Yakuza 0, was murdered, and an assassination attempt was made on Kazama right before Kiryu's eyes. As the Tojo Clan crumbled, Goro Majima, the bad dog of Shimano, which was one of the two main characters of Yakuza 0, began to play in the ashes. Dank laughter, yes. Kiryu-chan! That guy, that's Majima. The conflict nearly escalated into a civil war, and the shadow of the Nishikiyama family loomed large over the incident. As Kiryu became embroiled in the Tojo Clan's internal conflict, he continued to search for Yumi, who was still missing after all these years. Yeah, Nishikiyama kind of dropped the ball in this concept. You understand why not add Yakuza 0 memories as well? Probably because this was like... I think this came out like very shortly after 0. And I'm not sure how like canon the devs wanted Yakuza 0 to be. Like, this was like Yakuza 5, then Yakuza 0, then immediately Yakuza 6, from my understanding. So maybe they weren't sure if they wanted Yakuza 0 to be canon or not. Maybe they weren't sure if it was going to be popular. So it's entirely possible that they were just like, yeah, let's not take a gamble on that. And then afterwards, Yakuza Kiwami 1 came out. And then after that, Yakuza Kiwami 2, and people were like, we love it! And of course, Yakuza 0 is canon to those two games, because they added some more content to the remakes of Yakuza 1 and 2. Seeking clues at Serena, he learned that Yumi had a younger sister by the name of Mizuki. Believing Mizuki to be his only lead, Kiryu plunged into the darkness of the city to find her. Mizuki's trail was no warmer than Yumi's, and as all hope began to fade, Kiryu finally caught his break. He encountered a young girl who claimed to be the daughter of Mizuki. The girl's name was Haruka Sawamura. Despite being only 9 years old, she became to Kamurocho herself in hopes of finding her mother. Like Kiryu, Haruka had too grown in the Sunflower Orphanage, and her aunt Yumi had entrusted her with a pendant said to be worth 10 billion yen. That's a lot of money. The criminal underworld was drawn to the girl and the pendant like moths to a flame. Kamurocho became engulfed in a conspiracy and betrayal, with Nishikiyama at the heart of the conflict. Kiryu and Haruka finally caught up to Kazama, who was able to explain the whole truth behind the incident. Haruka was in fact Yumi's daughter. Mizuki was simply Yumi's alias, created to protect her from the politician by the name of Kyohei Jingu, who was like one of the most forgettable bad guys of the series. Not only did the Tojo Clan's missing funds actually belong to Jingu, but he was also Haruka's father, making it a very awkward conversation to say the least. Jingu had manipulated the Tojo Clan from the shadows in an effort to dispose of a scandalously illegitimate daughter. In an effort to chip away at the power, Kazuma, Yumi, and Sera had teamed up to steal his 10 billion yen. To reclaim his money, Jingu singled out the Nishikiyama's ambition to become the successor to the late Sera and used that as a means to an end. The two both stood to gain as Nishikiyama would become the fourth chairman. However, the Tojo Clan's true successor was written in the secret will of Sera, with Kazuma as his witness, none other than Kazuma Kiryu, which is why we're the 4th chairman of the Dojo clan. Pretty much exclusively because of a technicality. Declaring this to Jingu, Kiryu crushed him as his entire special forces unit. Yeah, they had like fully automatic guns. I'd just like to point out it was kind of nonsense. And then settled the score with Nishikiyama. An explosion rocked the Millennium Tower where the money had been held. As money fluttered into the streets, the people who Kiryu cared about more than anyone in the world breathed their last. Yumi, who shielded Kiryu from a bullet fired by Jingu, and Nishikiyama, who in his final moment smiled as Kiryu as he ignited the bomb to take accountability for his actions and end the bloodshed. In that moment of despair, Kiryu lost the will to go on, but in front of him was Haruka. Now the only living legacy of Yumi, the woman he'd come to love. Kiryu took Haruka's hand, the Dragon of Dojima, and the girl worth 10 billion yen took their first steps together. And that was the events of Yakuza 1. How long did that take? Like 10 minutes. We're gonna be here for a bit, folks. Let's talk about Yakuza 2. In 2006, Kazuma Kiryu became the legendary Yakuza who had ascended to the Dojo clan's 4th chairman and retired the exact same day. So again, we were never really the 4th chairman of the Dojo clan. It's kind of just a name we have. Our actions speak louder than the post we were assigned. In the wake of the 10 billion yen incident, the Dojo clan weakened, having lost its prominent leaders in the turmoil. In the eyes of the Omi Alliance, which are kind of just East versus West kind of thing, Western Japan's largest Yakuza organization turned east to avoid an all-out war. The Dojo clan's 5th chairman, Yukio Terada, told Kiryu of the plan to broker peace with the Omi. However, the Omi Alliance made the first move, assassinating Yukio Terada and turning all-out war between the two factions into a fearsome reality. Without a chairman to lead them, Kiryu took Terada's place at the negotiation table, dragging an unlikely candidate back into the fold should things turn out for the worst. Daigo Dojima, whomst was a little kid wearing suspenders and slacks and had the little bow tie in Yakuza 0. And like, we have a whole side quest with him. He shows up in Yakuza 2, and he's like boozing and drinking. And he still thinks that Kiryu killed his dad, by the way. So it was also a very awkward conversation. Yes, Daigo was the son of Gohei Sohei Dojima, and the mark of patricide still hung over Kiryu for his murder. The night before the meeting where the Omi Alliance was to take place in Sotenbori, Osaka, which was one of the towns from Zero, Kiryu had met a new foe, the Dragon of Kansai, Ryuji Goda. Goda was patriarch of the Guryu clan, and none other than the son of Jin Goda, the current chairman of the Omi Alliance. There's only room for one dragon in this world, boasting of grand fireworks about to be set off. As if on cue, the Kazuma family office in Kamurocho went up in flame, which was the death of somebody we kind of cared about. Don't put them in this summary or anything game. Ryuji ignited his coup with his own father as the kingling. As negotiations between Kiryu and Goda began, the Ryuji infiltrated the proceedings, laying bare his desire to conquer the world of the Yakuza. Forced into cooperation with the police, Kiryu began working alongside Kaoru Sayama from the Osaka PD's 4th Division to stop Ryuji Goda. Through his alliance, it became apparent that the tragedy that occurred over 20 years ago in Kamurocho was connected to them both. There's a lot going on! The Jingwon Mafia, a Korean mainland crime syndicate, was all but wiped out in a raid organized by Sohei Dojima in the 1980s. Under Dojima's orders, it was done under the Shintaro Kazuma, the man who raised Kiryu, who led the raid. That guy looks like Will Smith. I'm sure a lot of people look like a lot of people. But there were survivors, including a very young Ryuji Goda. So it turns out that the Dragon of Kansai was a survivor of a Korean mafia. Did you write that down? Because this is important. This is important. The survivors of the massacre desired nothing but revenge, and over 20 years later, the opportunity arose and a chance to envelop the Tojo clan in an all-out war, East versus West. One of the massacre survivors was, in fact, Yukio Terada, who had staged his death in order to set the plot into motion. But to Terada's revenge was both his destiny and his burden. As the events of the massacre came to life, Kaoru Sayama discovered that she actually was the half-sister of Ryuji Goda, which means she's also a survivor of the Korean Mafia. Did you write that down? Because this will be important. But as the bonds of blood thickened, so too did its spill. Kiryu stood in the center of the pool, seeking to end the cycle of hatred and revenge. It was only Ryuji Goda who fought not for blood but for pride. He wanted nothing more than to surpass the legendary Yakuza and become the sole surviving dragon. There's only room for one dragon in the world. With the schemers and conspirators of the Jingwon plot bleeding out of the picture, Kiryu and Ryuji prepared for a showdown. The two dragons roared as they threw themselves into an all-out battle for supremacy. And I still remember that there's a QTE at the end of this battle, and if you fuck it up, it one-shots you. And I was really upset. Ryuji Goda finally fell. The war East versus West fell silent as the conflict between the two dragons decided its fate. Okay, 3 years later, 2009, for Yakuza 3. Meanwhile, okay, this was like most people's least favorite game, but I still liked it. The graphics, you might notice, look a lot shittier for these screenshots because they did not make a Yakuza Kiwami remake of this one. Meanwhile, in Okinawa, a sovereign tropical island practically world-renowned from the daily grind... Practically a world removed from the daily grind of Kamurocho, Kiryu and Haruka returned to their roots, becoming the proprietors of Morning Glory Orphanage, living amongst a small group of children with no relatives. But not even this remote beach was safe from the Yakuza. Only a year ago, the Ryudo family had served them an eviction notice in an effort to clear the land for the building of a luxury resort along the coast. Meanwhile, Shigeru Nakahara, patriarch of the Ryudo family, believed the resort was a key to the future and prosperity for Okinawa, despite his love for the quiet serenity that such a resort would destroy. Kiryu's resolve to protect his home of these children showed Nakahara what would be lost in the process, and a friendship was forged. But not more than a year later, Nakahara was shot. Not killed, though. Kiryu could not contain his rage. Nakahara's adoptive daughter, who saw the culprit, drew his face with, like, absurd detail, and Kiryu could not believe his eyes. It was the spinningest image of Kazama, his father figure, who had died in his arms during the events of Yakuza 1. Not long after, news of another shooting reached Kiryu. Daigo Dojima, whom Kiryu had entrusted the future of the Tojo clan to, was also shot by the exact same person. Reminder, it takes like 3 hours by plane to go from Tokyo to Okinawa. And they were apparently shot like back to back, like within 30 minutes. An attack of the 6th chairman was enough to stir the Tojo clan's newly risen officers into action. Yoshitaka Mine, patriarch of the Hakuo clan, Tsuyoshi Kanda, 3rd patriarch in the Nishikiyama family. You guys remember Nishikiyama? He was a dick. Well, guess what? His successors were too. And then there was also Go Hamazaki, patriarch of the Hamazaki family, whom, let's be honest, we didn't really interact with him at all until the end of the game. Which we will find out in this summary, I'm sure. With Daigo out of the picture, all of them began to play their hands, and the ensuing clash pulled Kiryu and his new friends back into the fold. Kiryu is forced to return to Kamurocho to discover the truth. A foreign arms-dealing organization had lit the spark of the conflict. Black Monday, or as the characters pronounced it in the game, Black Monday was its name. It sounds like something out of fucking One Piece, doesn't it? And at its head, a man named Andre Richardson. Ryuzo Tamiya, a Japanese minister of defense, had allied with the American CIA to lure out Black Monday. He'd leaked information about the production of ballistic missile system to lure Richardson to Japan. And he took the bait, but the CIA also sent an agent to assist in his capture. Joji Kazama, younger brother of Kiryu's dad, who's also his twin brother. I feel like twin brother is a little better description than younger brother, I'm just saying. Tamiya revealed that a missile system that was under development were both, in truth, tactics deployed to bring Black Monday to the surface. But the CIA had its own agenda. That's not too surprising, it's the CIA. And Tamiya had no means of controlling the streak of blood left in Joji Kazama's wake. To stop him, he turned to Kiryu. Yeah, that turned to the crime man. They're basically Japan's CIA. Meanwhile, back in Okinawa... Oh! I'm sorry, that screenshot. The Tojo clan's struggle for dominance ended with Mine on top. He allied with the Tamashiro family of Ryukyugai, and the Morning Glory Orphanage could not withstand their combined might because it's an orphanage. Not like funded by the crime organizations, but still an orphanage. Surprise attacks leveled the entire building. Morning Glory was not the only casualty. Rakiya, young captain of the Ryudo family, was shot by Tamashiro and died in Kiryu's arm. Like, Yakuza 3 was not the best of the game, but like, I cared about fucking Rakiya. I cared. I'm not crying, you're crying, was what I was saying at the time. Like, Kiryu just finally managed to make a new friend, and then he fucking dies in the exact same way that his best friends did, which is a little rough. Still the best sad scene in the entire series for me. They made you care. They did a good job. You bond with Rakiya over the course of that game. You go and help him get, like, his tattoo finished on his back. Oh god, Chin did why? No, not doing the novel reading. Oh. Thank you, Genited, for resubscribing for 20 months! That's so much money! Are you sure you can afford that? My word. Thank you very much, Genited. I hope you at least like the emotes. Thank you. Also, the alerts are not playing on stream. Fuck. Yes, I work for a living. You know what, Chen? You make a very compelling argument. I don't. That's why it seems like a lot of money to me. Fishing break from the novel reading. Thank you very much, Chan. But yeah, the attack on innocent lives was too much for Kiryu to take, and he clenched his fists, prepared to take on Mine in earnest. They did the same for Mine. They made me care about Mine. I thought he was cool at the end of the game. He was like, kind of out of nowhere bad guy. He was like one of those bad guys that's kind of like, oh, I was orchestrating all of this all along. You are all pawns in my plan kind of deal. But they made him cool. They made you care about him. His plan was ludicrous and unbelievable, but I still cared. Mine had triumphed through his secret connections to Black Monday. He joined the Yakuza out of admiration for the life bounds that no amount of money could sever. But it was Daigo Dojima who saw the true value in the humanity of a subordinate, who became Mine's obsession. He rose through the ranks of the Tojo clan with Daigo as his impetus. But with Daigo in critical condition after the gunshot wound, Mine entered a downward spiral of despair. Mine came to the conclusion that Daigo was in no condition to live as he once had, and resolved to end his life to carry on the Tojo clan's legacy. Although Kiryu and Mine had both grown up as orphans, there could not be a bigger gulf in their ideologies, and the two men clashed. The battle came to an end with Black Monday's leader, Andre Richardson, pointing his gun at Mine. It was Daigo's arising from his comatose state who saved Mine. But Mine, seeing the error of his ways, chose to take accountability in his own way, falling to his death with Richardson before Kiryu and Daigo's eyes. Which, by the way, Andre Richardson was like screaming and flailing, "Let me go! What are you doing? What the hell?" Like in English the entire while, and that was kind of really funny to me as an English player. Hello, Mr. Suara, thank you. We're just getting a recap right now. Let's go! Are you insane? It was really weird. It was really funny, like, to hear the English dialogue. As things settled down, Kiryu made ready to leave Kamurocho once more when a familiar face appeared in the crowd. Go Hamazaki, the disgraced former Tojo Clan patriarch. Blaming Kiryu and the Tojo for having lost everything, Kiryu offered a hand in reconciliation, and Hamazaki responded by thrusting a knife into Kiryu's ribs. And then we skip after the credits. Faced with death, you're capable of almost anything. Those were the words Kiryu spoke to Hamazaki in the final moments, and they were true of both Rikia and Mine as well. As he healed, Kiryu helped to piece Moon and Glory back together, brick by beam, looking out upon the peaceful horizon. And that was the events of Yakuza 3, the least popular one in the series that still managed to be pretty satisfying, I'd say. Next was Yakuza 4, which I believe Vida is still going through, so this might go into spoiler territory in a little bit. Yakuza 4 and Yakuza 5 are kind of back-to-back bit. Hello K-Style, welcome to the recap of every fucking game in the series, except 0. Now you finished 4? Okay, we're good then. In March 2010, a serial killer was loose in Kamurocho, and the tension was both thick and volatile. A loan shark by the name of Shun Akiyama rose to prominence as the lifeline of Kamurocho for loaning money to the type of people a normal loan company would turn away at the door. Every jungle needs its lion. Akiyama believed that with Kazuma Kiryu out of the picture, Kamurocho had gone to the beasts. I love the theme for Yakuza 5. Fuck, hold on, let me just boost the audio real quick. Wait, fuck, hold on, I just realized this song is copyrighted to hell and back. My YouTube VODs actually got claimed by this. Maybe I should not be so quiet. One Yakuza to earn Akiyama's respect was Hiroaki Arai. Self-esteem! It's so fucking good. Yes, Hiroaki Arai, a captain of a third-string Dojo Clan affiliate called Kanemura Enterprises. Basically, they framed out Arai to be kind of like the Kiryu of the shadows, Kiryu in the background. But when a minor turf dispute erupted into a gun battle, Arai put a decisive end to it and the rival Ueno Seiwa agitator before disappearing into the night. All it took was a bullet to shatter the fragile peace of the city. The reconciliation effort between the Dojo Clan's 6th chairman, Daiko Dojima, who's kind of important, and the Ueno Seiwa's captain, Isao Katsuragi, deteriorated with the honor of both organizations on the line. 25 years before that, however, an incident occurred that neither the Dojo Clan nor the Ueno Seiwa could ever forget. 18 Ueno Seiwa Yakuza were gunned down by Taiga Saejima, a young member of the Dojo Clan's Sasai family. Saejima was sentenced to death and still awaiting his execution from prison cell in 2010. When it was a really fucking dope as fuck cutscene. As the events of Kamurocho began to unfold, Saejima was suddenly transferred to a private correctional facility off the coast of Okinawa called Okinawa Penitentiary 2. And if private correctional facility is not a massive red flag to you, it should be. This guy reminds you of the one guy from One Piece with Tree Sword. Kinda like that, yeah. As soon as you put your weapon into your mouth, you knew you were a certified badass. There, Saejima had a fateful encounter with none other than Go Hamazaki, who was one of the bad guys of Yakuza 3 that we got, like, no interactions with at all until the end of the game where he stabbed Kiryu in the ribs. That guy, up here. On the right. Hamazaki convinced Saejima of two things. One, that 25 years ago, Saejima was betrayed by his sworn brother, which, surprise, surprise, was Goro Majima. And two, that in order to discover the truth, the two men would have to break out of prison. Meanwhile, back in Kamurocho, Masayoshi Tanimura was a police officer in the Community and Safety Division of Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department Kamurocho branch. That's a mouthful and a goddamn have to pronounce. He came from a line of police officers, his own father having been murdered in the line of duty 25 years ago. Are you writing all of that down? I feel like I need a timeline. The only lead to his father's Kiryu was a name scribbled in his father's notebook, Yasuko Saejima. Oh boy, here we go. Yasuko, the younger sister of Taiga 18 Count Saejima, was in Kamurocho herself under the fake name of Lily. Had sought a loan of 100 million yen from Akiyama. With acquittal from her brothers dangled as bait, Yasuko was turned into a serial killer. She was the one behind the murders in Kamurocho. 3 men became linked to the fate of this woman, Taiga Saejima, Akiyama, and Masayoshi Tanimura. In his escape from prison, Saejima ends up adrift at sea, washing up at the beach of the orphanage, run by none other than the protagonist of the series, Kazumi Kiryu. Though their names are different, the 4 men eventually arrive to the truth of the incident 25 years ago. The Ueno hit was an elaborate conspiracy. And elaborate in a fucking half because it involved rubber bullets. And if that sounds stupid, that's because it is. Okay. In an effort to rise through the ranks of his clan, Tanimura's father, who had discovered the truth, was murdered by one of these conspirators, Katsuragi's sworn brother. But a conspiracy hadn't gone unnoticed in the police, and Seishiro Bunakata, deputy commissioner of the Tokyo Metropolitan Police, had stepped in to control the pieces on the board towards his own end. His own end was kind of just like, let's artificially create more crime so that the police can solve this crime, so that the police can get more funding. There's a lot going on. Munakata's corruption didn't end to the cover-up of the hit. The funding for Okinawa Penitentiary No. 2... I'm so sorry. Which was the jail that Saejima was in at the time, had also been Munakata's doing. It was originally going to be secured from Kyohei Jingu in 2005, but that money had gone up in smoke! Remember that money from Yakuza 1? There you go. It's relevant in Yakuza 4. With his hands on both the police and the criminal underworld, Munakata amassed so much power that neither the state nor Daigo Dojima, the chairman of the Tojo clan, could touch him. At Munakata's behest, Daigo had Goromajima arrested, who alongside 4 men tied to Yasuko had become an obstacle. The only ones left to carry on the fight were the outsiders of the organization, Kiryu, Tanimura, Saejima, and Akiyama. And then we had a big dumb boss fight on a rooftop where we all took off our shirts. Using Akiyama's vast wealth as bait, Munakata and his lackeys were drawn out to the top of the Millennium Tower. Saejima fought to avenge his father, who had been shot by Katsuragi as the conflict escalated. Tanimura fought for justice, seeking to put an end to Munakata and the cover-ups that obscured his father's killer. Kiryu fought for honor. It was him that had put Daigo in the position of 6th chairman, and it would be him that would set him back on the right path. Oh, did you get all that? With the corruption coming to light and the utter failure of his plan, Munakata suicided on top of the Millennium Tower. With the conflict at an end, the 4 men took new steps to forge a better tomorrow in the crime industry. So that was the event of Yakuza 4. Let's talk about Yakuza 5. You talk big for someone within bicycle distance. Oh, you're just here to see someone get curb stomped. I still got one more to go through. And then we have to go through the intro of this. It's been 43 minutes. Let's talk about the events that took place in 2012 with Yakuza 5, which was the game that kept crashing my computer. December 2012, Daigo Dojima, 6th chairman of the Jojo clan, visited the city of Nagasugai, which crashed my computer relentlessly. Fukuoka to arrange an alliance with the Yamagasa family, the most prominent family in the Kyushu region. With rumors circulating that the 7th chairman of the Omi alliance was on his deathbed, it was imperative for Daigo to extend a hand of peace to the Yakuza organizations across Japan to mitigate the forthcoming power struggle of the Omi alliance. God, the Cresses, they were the worst. Hello, Angry User. But his visit served another purpose, to find Kazuma Kiryu, the legendary Yakuza who had disappeared. Kiryu had returned to morning glory, but had been forced to distance himself as Haruka Sawamura was scouted by an Osaka-based talent agency. was like 2 hours of pure crashes. Yeah, it was not great. This one doesn't crash though. Kiryu, as connected to Haruka as he was, could not let his criminal past come to life, or it would mean the death of Haruka's chances. Kiryu took up the life in Nagasugai as Suzuki, a humble taxi driver who would sometimes go and do Kanto Dristo in street racing, but we don't talk about that. After a brief ride in his cab, Daigo Dojima disappeared, and the Dragon of Dojima was once again thrust into the politics of the Yakuza world. Meanwhile, Taiga Saitama went back to jail, not a tropical one, but a very frozen northern one, needing to clear his name for his previous crimes, turning himself in, and was incarcerated in a prison called Abashiri. While there, he was the target of constant attempts on his life, but it was the news that Goro Majima, his sworn brother, had been killed that left him with no choice but to break out once again. After 2 whole screenshots, you're already unfamiliar again. Yeah, that sounds about right. On the advice of Serizawa, an Osaka detective, Saitama headed to Kamurocho to learn the truth. This was the longest game, also. As the Tojo clan began to stir again, the Omi alliance did as well, with 2 captains in a dead heat for the succession of the Omi throne, Masaru Watase and Naoki Katsuya. The 2 men were ideological opposites. Watase was brash and ready for war, while Katsuya was quiet and calculating, with immense control of the entertainment industry in Osaka. But the apparent suicide of Mirai Park, the woman who had scouted Haruka, cast a shadow over his influence. Haruka, who had been trained to become an idol stardom under Park's watchful eyes, was devastated by her death. I wasn't, she threatened the orphans. That's when Shun Akiyama arrived in Osaka, who for some reason wanted to start a new branch office there. We still never explained how Akiyama got his money back after the events of Yakuza 4, but anyways, he was the one who was financing Park's talent agency, and as the 2 worked to discover the truth, they became entangled in the conflict of the Yakuza. Meanwhile, a 4th person arrived into the play. Daigo Dojima suddenly resurfaced. Daigo's high school classmate, a former professional baseball player named Tatsuo Shinada, had been banned from the league after gambling scandal 15 years ago. Sensing a tie to the criminal underworld, Daigo asked Shinada to dig up the truth of his own path. Daigo had become aware that one Yakuza mastermind was pulling the strings behind the conflict in 5 different cities. Yes, it was Japanese man. Not Japanese man, a homeless man from the previous game. As if by fate, the trail led back to Kamurocho, unsurprisingly. Kiryu, Saitama, Shinada, Akiyama, and Haruka all found themselves in the eye of the storm. The mastermind of the plot Daigo had suspected finally revealed himself. It was Tsubasa Kurosawa, the 7th chairman of the Omi Alliance, who had been working in the shadow as a fake police officer. Kurosawa, who was dying of cancer, plotted to rid the world of legendary quote-unquote Yakuza like Kiryu, so that the reins of power and everything he'd built could be transferred successfully to his own son. His own son, which we will probably be told in a second. Meanwhile, Kurosawa had planted his agents in every organizations across the country, literally playing 5D chess with parallel universes and then time travel. His schemes terrified even the most renowned Yakuza. As the conflict came to a head, Haruka began her first real concert over at the Japan Dome, and unbeknownst to her, became part of a plot to target Kiryu with her assassination. As his friends fell around him, Kiryu headed to the Tojo Clan headquarters, where he found Masato Aizawa, which was the Obi leader's son, who was dying of cancer. Despite the length Kurosawa had gone to give Aizawa the world, Aizawa saw no value in any of it, struggling to understand his own father's motives for leaving him such a legacy. But that doesn't stop him from accepting it. This father and son were responsible for untold tragedies to countless people, and Kiryu accepted a challenge of ending their power grab by becoming an insurmountable wall for Aizawa. Meanwhile, Haruka's concert sped towards its climax as the throngs of cheering people filled every inch of the dome. Haruka believed firmly that the dreams of an idol were not hers alone, but those of everyone who had believed in her. A bright and shining future as a pop star waited her at the end of the forthcoming song, at the cost of severing her ties to Kazuma Kiryu. A path that Haruka could not will herself to take. Kazuma Kiryu is family to me. The crowd fell silent, stunned by Haruka's words. With all eyes on her, yeah, they really had like glazed eye, dead fish look on their face. With all eyes on her, Haruka ran from the stage she could never return to. Not far away, a soft snow fell gently on the pools of blood trailing behind Kazuma Kiryu's bruised and beaten body. As his consciousness faded, a dream came to him. A dream of returning to his family. So that was 1 hour, or about like 40 to 50 minutes, of recounting the events of the entire series, excluding Yakuza 0. Kiryu's not dead. We're having him stare at us with his beautiful eyes in the screen. But yeah, I imagine if we recounted the events of the prequel, Yakuza 0, this probably would have been an entire hour. Oh boy. And with that, I'm ready to actually start the game. Hello, Azrael! How's it going? Ugh. Let's start a new game, shall we? And we are playing on hard, recommended for players who are skilled at action games. I wouldn't say I'm skilled at action games, but I'm definitely skilled at Yakuza. Except that this game uses the new engine that they made for it. So the controls are a little awkward for me. This is a work of fiction, unsurprisingly, despite having a lot of similar names and stuff like that. Funny ragdolls inbound. More like funny spoilers for the end of Yakuza 5 inbound, Vita. Just be careful. Because the intro to this will recount the events of Yakuza, of Yakuza 5. Of like the ending of Yakuza 5. The graphics are amazing though. Now would be a good time to lurk for like an hour. You should be fine by now. I just want to enjoy my drink for a little longer. Stock liquid pouring sound effect. I love stock liquid pouring sound effect. It's so nostalgic.
Oh,
you! Outside now, Kiryu! Are you really gonna be like pulling the door open like an ass and then gingerly walk in? Could you at least try to be a little polite to my customers? But I've been coming around to your place way longer than this guy. You aren't gonna pick him over me, really? You're headed for a real whooping this time. Well, get on out of here! I still want to enjoy my drink a little longer. Hey! Naguma-kun! I'll pay you back later, okay? Sorry about that, Kyo-chan. Oh, fine. I won't be long. Like hell you won't. Gonna make sure you got gone for good. I'll see you by some other time. Poor lady, she has to clean that up. We are currently in... Wait, hold on. I need to look up exactly where this is because I'm quite curious. Firefox. This is taking place in Hiroshima. Okay, I know Hiroshima. I think I know where Hiroshima is. Yeah. Like I'm just looking at it like on the map specifically to see where in Japan this takes place. Like north, east, west. This is actually... This is not that far from the events of the previous game. This is I guess I could show it off on screen actually. It's right here. This little like section here. I think the events of the last game took place like down here in Fukuoka, and now we're like here west of Fukuyama. Neat. I love that I love games that take place in the real world, because then you can just like pinpoint exactly where this is taking place, and it feels nice. He's about to get his ass beat by Kiryu, isn't he? I mean, we're kind of busy here, though. Gonna teach you good. Punks who mess with me don't get off easy. Better stop praying now. Truth is, you made a fool out of me in front of the woman I love. Look, can we speed this up? I got something to do, dude. Hiroshima Yakuza don't take kindly to trash like you hear me? Hello, Mr. Pickaxe. Giving me all that high, mighty ball. Look, can we skip to the part where you're on the pavement, please? I'm kind of on a schedule here. Oh yeah? You're really itching to die that bad? Just please hurry up and fight me already. I can't throw the first punch, otherwise it will ruin my character. But don't gotta worry, Dan. Cause starting now, your plans are cancelled! That good. Alright, I guess I could start by blocking. We are indeed playing with the new engine. With the fancy graphics and everything. Game, I am pressing the lock on button. Tutorial fights. The ragdolls. Oh, I've missed them ragdolls. Hold on, actually. Still the same heat moves, though. Doesn't that feel good? And we also got Extreme Heat Mode. Heat orbs can be used to enter a special mode called Extreme Heat Mode. Press RT to burst into flames and awaken the Dragon of Dojima. Damn, that feels good. Useless, but good. I'm not sure how I framed through that, but I'll take it. Do I have drop kicks yet? No, I don't, actually. Much to my sadness. Okay, brick! Plastic bottle. No mystery liquid. Much to my sadness, actually. Yeet! Can't believe that worked, actually. Chicky Ears Wolf's like, I'm short on time. Could you hurry the fuck up already? Yeah, exactly. Great. You can I actually... Oh, come on. Let me store this in my inventory. The game says no. Ouch. There we go. Good enough. Damn, this feels kind of awkward to control, but it's really funny. Hold on, you're right. The funny spin throw. The ragdoll throw. I've killed so many dudes with this. Oh, it feels so floaty to control. Yeet. Okay. Defeat Nagumo. This guy's getting on my nerves. Looking forward to the ragdolls, not so much the actual fighting. Hello, Mr. Pickaxe. Okay, I get you. But you know, that was only round one. I was just warming up a bit. See, this is the moment where you start walking away, Kiryu. The real whooping starts now. This has already gone on long enough. I said I ain't through with you yet. Give it a rest already. I don't have any more time to waste on this. What do you mean? I mean, I actually have something to do. If you want to fight, I'll have to find someone else. Not everyone's as free as you. Alright, let's make sure I actually made it back on time. No, time is not money. Time is a precious commodity. More precious than money. It looks like I just made it. Alright. Time to get my fix. Thank you.
Yo, 待たせたな。いい飲みっぷりだぜ、ハルト。
Big reveal. Or it would have been a big reveal if the baby wasn't on, you know. He's on the cover of the game, which this came out when we were still releasing physical games. I'm just saying. 4 years ago, this is where Yakuza 5 spoiled, by the way. For folks who are avoiding Yakuza 5 spoilers, this is the end of Yakuza 5. Right now. I know he's scary to most people. But he always treated me with respect and kindness. And the coffee, not the milk. Even though he was a bit unconventional, I could always rely on him. I think of him like a father, and I love him very much. I don't want to keep lying to everyone like this, though. Not to my fans, and not to myself. Right, we were having a big dumb boss fight on top of this tower, too. Forgot about that. My dream has always been to be a star. But there's something I want even more. I want to live happy life with the people I hold closest. And that's why I can't continue singing. Yeah, very much like mouth agape, dead fish eyes. I'm going to be with Kazuma Kiryu. He is my family. My heart. And then it cuts to her running out. Also, you can tell this is made in the old engine, this cutscene, because the graphics are different. Which, you know, fair enough. Nobody wants to redo this entire cutscene, especially when you nailed it the first time. Back when my boy was a little plastic looking. Little PS2E. I think this was when it cut to credits, right here, as like a big old cliffhanger. Then after the credits, it was this. It's been like only 2 weeks. I don't know why I don't remember. I have terrible short-term memories. That's what it is. So, will you go for all the secondary mission? I always go for all the sub-stories. I'm not gonna win every single chess tournaments or any nonsense, but I will go for all of the side stories. I'm not going to become a Master Choji player, but I will try as much as I can. All of the interesting stuff, at least. Now we're back in the actual in-engine graphics, so it should look a little better. Yeah, my man looks a little less like plastic, which is good. He looks more like an actual human being. Oh, she's still wearing the outfit actually underneath that. That's cool. That's a very good detail. They could have changed her clothes entirely, but they went the extra mile. Hey! Wow, you also look really good in this engine. What the hell? He'll be home in a few weeks. Thanks for checking. Yeah, no problem. By the way, you were real smooth up on that stage. It's been all over the news. In the worst way possible. But I gotta warn you, this may not turn out the way you were hoping it will. First you have a Yakuza-raised idol announcing a retirement mid-concert. Meanwhile, the JoJo clan and the Omi Alliance are tearing at each other's throats. And if the news is anything to go by, going back to a simple life with Kiryu-sen could be a little rough. Might be a while before things quiet down. I know. Well, it's not like it's any of my business anyway. I have faith in you too. There's nothing you guys couldn't do. Thank you for all the help, Akiyama-san. You did do a lot actually in the previous game. How is your business? Oh, with a secretary like mine on the case? It'll be more than okay. She's capable of running the show on her own for a bit. Don't sweat it. She's basically already doing all my work. What about you, Haruka-chan? Kiryu-san should be healed up soon enough, but you two are gonna head back to Morning Glory? Back to Yakuza 3 land? I think so. The orphanage is where I call home, and all those kids are practically family. I guess Kamurocho will be getting a little bit lonelier then. Kappas. Oh, look at how fucking cool Saejima is! What's up, Copper? Slow your roll, you're gonna spook the patients. Kiryu-chan! Goromajima.
Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you.
Oh dear.
Thank you.
Thank you, Luro, for following this channel.
Goodbye, Mr. Norton. Goodbye.
Thank you for following. And goodbye for following. Sorry, the alerts are kind of long, so I'm pausing. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye for following. And thank you for following. Okay, I appreciate that. I hope you like the background noise. I know it's kind of hard to like just leave a game like this in the background when everyone's speaking Japanese, which is kind of why I'm speaking over the cutscenes and doing voice actings, even though I really shouldn't. I'm sure some people think that's incredibly annoying, but at the same time, sometimes you need to clean up your room. Sometimes you need to play like Super Smash Bros. On your Nintendo Switch, and you can't be looking at the game constantly when there's cutscenes. And then like if all you're hearing is like Japanese, you're not gonna fucking know what's going on for the plot. But if I'm speaking it, though, you might. Plus, it gives you something to talk about during the cutscenes, instead of just sitting here twiddling my thumbs, slurping on the coffee. Delicious coffee. He's here for me. Huh? Yeah, Saijima's still... They're arresting me again. Still got time to serve. Oh, look at his shirt! God, the graphical improvement from 5 to 6 is nuts! I'm glad your head's in the right place. Maybe we'll even be lenient. Taiga Saejima, please come peacefully. Give Goromajima a cool voice. No, he has to sound a little bit goofy. He's like the Joker, you know. Who's literally voiced by the Joker for the PS2 game. Back when they had English voice. Ah, screw this noise. Why's it always gonna go down like this with you, bro? It's all good. The rest is up to you, bro. While you guys are busy cleaning up the Tojo clan's whole mess, I'm gonna be bored out of my mind in a prison cell. One more thing. Men's rests are too big for those cups. This is Kazuma Kiryu's room, yes? And what does it matter? I'm with the police. Remain calm, please. Huh? Kazuma Kiryu, under suspicion of assault and destruction of private property, is under arrest. I feel like this is something you guys should be doing when he's, you know, conscious. Can you really arrest a man while he's unconscious? That seems wrong. He needs some fucking cable ties. For Saejima, of course you do. Man's basically a human elephant. I like that the loading screens have little tidbits of info. Former Dojo Clan chairman Kazuma Kiryu has been arrested on incitement charges. I mean, all of those things that they listed that Kiryu did, he did do incitement and assault and a lot. And I mean, a lot of property damage is under Kiryu's, like, hands. No canonical murder, but I threw a lot of dudes out of windows in the previous game. I'm just saying. Kiryu's arrest was just a performance. Win back some public approval. All those bicycles add up. There's Date, who's our friend cop for the entire series. A performance? There's no doubt the Omi Alliance was responsible for the war. But to the public, the Dojo Clan and the Omi Alliance are equally problematic. If the cops didn't take in someone from both sides, people would riot. Well, they're just trying to prove they can still do their jobs. Kiryu was kind of the force chairman of the Dojo Clan. That said, he's also the one who stuck his neck out the furthest to end the fighting. Can't you do something, Date-san? Isn't Kiryu-san your responsibility? Nobody's responsibility. He's not a child. Besides, why is Kiryu the only guy getting arrested here anyway? I heard the Dojo Clan officers aren't even getting slapped on the wrist. The cops could round up all the Dojo officers, but who'd be left to keep the clan in check? If the police end up reigniting this Yakuza war after it finally ended, it'd be their necks on the line. And that's why they're still treating Kiryu-san as part of the Dojo Clan? He's far more than just the ex-fourth chairman. Kazuma Kiryu is the Dragon of Dojima, a Yakuza legend. No matter how far removed he is from that, he's no regular civilian. They did just arrest an orphanage owner and taxi driver. Is Uncle Kaz going to end up in prison again? If he gets himself a decent lawyer, he should get off without jail time, but... that depends on Kiryu. Wait, that's the question, Date. Kiryu and I have known each other for a long time. I think by now I have a pretty good idea of how he thinks. He's not gonna get a lawyer. Where am I? I must still be alive if they are here with me. This is directly after the events of Yakuza 5, by the way. So you guys remember all the reading we did earlier? Let's do some more! Uncle Kaz? Haruka? A girl who was orphaned by the only woman I ever loved. Excuse me, Kiryu. Now this is a retcon. This is a retcon because Kiryu also had a relationship with the lady cop from Yakuza 3. As in, kissed and possibly had sex. This is a retcon and a goddamn half. They kind of just retconned her out of the picture. When we met, she was just a child caught in the middle of a brutal Yakuza war. This one's a lot shorter, thankfully.
そして大事
She
な
was
人
the
間を
only
次々に
emotional
失った
support I
俺
had
に
as I lost nearly everyone dear to
唯
me.
一の生きる支えになっていた俺の人生で
If
何
there's
か
one thing I'm proud of in life,
褒めることがあるとすれば親代わり
it's my decision to take her in
こい
and
つの
raise
成
her
長
as my own
を見
daughter.
守ってきたことだけかもしれない
Kind of awkward to go like camera control. Kiryu-chan!
真島の兄さん
Majima.
登場界の
Lieutenant Advisor to the Tojo clan, Goro Majima, the mad dog of Shimano.
島野の狂犬と呼ばれる武道派だ俺が組を
No
抜け
matter
た
how
こと
many
何度も
times
やり
we
合った
fought. While all this reading is going on, Kiryu-chan! I'm gonna make pizza. Good idea. Get yourself some popcorn, folks. This is a crime drama. There's a lot to sit down and enjoy here. No matter how many times we fought since I retired, I can still never get a read on him. He both hates me and loves me, and is very gay for me, but is also very straight for Makoto Makimura. He's kind of all over the
未だに
place.
この人だけは読めねえ何にして
For
も
whatever
俺と
reason,
は
our
腐れんだ
fates see our
そして
tide.
今の登場界
These
では
days, he's
欠
made
か
a
せない
name for
大
himself
幹
as a
部として
high-ranking officer of the Tojo
名を
clan.
轟かせ
Also, very successful construction company owner.
同じく登場界
Very
幹部
close
と
to
なった
another Tojo clan
冴島
officer, his twin brother, Taiga
古くから
Seijima,
の兄弟分だ
who's sitting like here. Which I was gonna go back and forth, but I'll go straight to Taiga, since they just talked about him.
冴島かつて
Legendary Tojo clan Yakuza said to have killed 18 men. Taiga
登場
Seijima.
界の伝説と語り継がれる極道冴島大河俺と初め
When
て
we
出会っ
first met, Saijima was on the lam as a prison
た脱
escapee.
獄囚だった
The lamb? After confronting the truth of his 18 murders, he
18
started the Saijima family under the Tojo clan. Then it was proven that he was actually not a murderer, which makes him really cool, but still. He got sucked
2012年
into an Omi Alliance plot in 2012 after escaping to prison again.
近江連合7代目の陰謀
So there is a Saijima family,
登場界を
thankfully.
代表する
Both
男
of
と
us
し
were
て
targeted as representatives of the Tojo clan.
奴らの標的にされ
Come to think of it, yeah. Taiga and Kiryu are kind of like the two big pillars. Like, Taiga, excuse me, Saijima, Majima, and Kiryu are kind of like the three pillars of the Tojo clan. Come to think of it. With Daigo at the top. Daigo's over there. Akiyama's kind of just there. Smarmy, beautiful man that he is. How's it going, Date? Ghost Date.
伊達さん警視庁の
He
刑
used to
事
be an
として
elite police detective, but his career derailed when he met me.
俺と出会ったことで狂わされただが
Over the years I've known him, he's acted as both a partner and a good
俺
friend.
とは
Oh,
時に相棒として
my heart.
時に友人として付き合いが続いている男で一つ
Having
で
raised his daughter
一人
alone
娘
as
を
a
育て
single
上げたい
father,
伊達さん
I
は
expect Date-san to continue fighting to keep justice alive in Kamurocho.
正義を貫いていくはずだ
And he does not confuse justice with, oh, all Yakuza evil kind of nonsense, no. Speaking of Kamurocho, let's talk to the, actually, come to think of it, Akiyama kind of got a little bit of an upgrade when it comes to his, like, status in life, didn't he? Like, he used to be just the weird rich dude, loan shark in Kamurocho. But, like, after the events of Yakuza 5, he is canonically known as the only loan shark to stand above the Yakuza, is his official title. Which is really cool when I think about it.
Kiryu-san.
We never explained where you get your fucking money, though!
スカイファイナンスの社
CEO
長
of Sky Finance, Shun Akiyama.
昔
He
は
was
銀行の
apparently
エ
a
リート
banking
だったって
elite until he
話
was
した
framed for embezzlement.
横領の濡れ衣を着せられ一度は
That hit
ホー
him
ムレス
so
にま
hard
で
that he was
身を
even
落とした
homeless for a time.
それが
But
カムロ
after
町で
investing
偶
a
然
small
手にした
windfall, his
わ
net
ずかな
worth
元で
grew over
運用した
100 billion yen.
1000億を超える金を
Which he
生み出
lost
した
and then somehow got
俺
back.
とは
I first
冴島
met
の
him
妹
through
安
Saijima's
子を
sister,
通じて
Yasuko. I guess he
出
could
会っ
have
て
just
以来
built it
の
back up the same
大
way.
阪では
How much is that in USD? Let's open up Firefox and Google to find out. 100 billion yen to USD. That would be I don't fucking know how to even write that, honestly. This much, apparently, according to today's translation rates. That it's a lot. It's a lot. That's a lot indeed. In Osaka, where Haruka was working as an idol, he watched over her in my place. Yeah, it was an interesting like 50 hours of playtime. Speaking of Haruka and the orphans, I like how they're all just one blob because, yeah, that's a lot of money. During the events of Yakuza 4, Akiyama kind of like put all of his physical money on top of a tower and then blew it away using a helicopter. It would be very long to explain why he did it, but he did that. Which means that he basically lost all of his money. But apparently by the time of Yakuza 5, he built it immediately back up, which is... Part of me is kind of confused how he managed to build it back up. But then part of me is also like, yeah, he's still a loan shark, so he could have just asked people to pay back his loans, I suppose. Or he could have gone back to the stock market, like he did originally. Describe the reason of blowing up in 5 words or less. It was really cool. That was the entirety, that sums it up. They just wanted to be really cool. Also because everyone wanted the money. That's another 5 word or less way to explain it. Everyone else wanted the money. So they just blew it up. Like blew it away with the helicopter. As an orphan myself, I decided to start the Morning Glory Orphanage in Okinawa. It's hard to describe how much Haruka and these kids have helped me in life. But if I want to live with them in peace again, there's something I need to do. Something that will take a long time. Now, the other very important person in our lives is this little tyke here, which was a little gremlin in suspenders in Yakuza 0. Put the pizza in the oven 5 minutes ago and already feels hotter in here. The only son of the person I was accused of murdering, a ranking Tojo clan officer, and my patriarch. Even though Daigo wanted to distance himself away from the criminal underworld, I forced him back into action as the 6th chairman of the Tojo clan. If anyone could unify 25,000 members of the Tojo clan, it's Daigo Dojima. He do be like just overflowing with charisma. I don't just believe that though. Daigo has proven it. You've survived more games than any other chairman, so you're doing pretty good, Daigo. He do be overflowing with charisma. I'll give you that. He is very hot. I'm not gonna mince words. He's hot. That beard. Anyway, back to the real world. God, the graphics. Are you awake, full Shelman? Hey, Daigo. Did you hear what I said in my sleep about you being hot? Looks like things aren't going so well for either of us, 6th chairman. You're better off than me, Kiryu-san. This looks so much better. Maybe I am. Do you need something? I do. I heard some rumors about you recently, Kiryu-san. If it's alright with you, I'd like to get some fresh air while we talk. Am I gonna get a wheelchair too? Cause I'm kinda fucked. No, I get crutches because I'm way too cool for a wheelchair. I'm sure what I've heard.
桐生さん
You know what I've heard?
無
It's
所
about
に
you
入る
going to
って
jail,
話です
Kiryu-san.
弁護士立てていくらでも
With a
先
decent
を
lawyer, you could avoid that
なんでそうし
entirely.
ないんですか
So why won't you?
家族のところに
So I can go back
戻
in
るためだ
peace.
沖縄の
You mean to
Asagawaのこと
morning
です。
glory? Yes?
ああ
Yeah.
俺がこのまま
If
沖
I
縄
went
に
back to
戻ったと
Okinawa
して
now, there'd be no peace for
朝顔の
Haruka
子供
and
た
the
ちがはるか
kids.
と静かに暮らせるとは思えねえどう言い
No
つ
matter
か
how I spin it, I'm
元極
ex-Yakuza,
道
and now Haruka is tied to
はるか
that.
はその関係者だ世間の目
The
引いち
media
ま
is
った以
going to
上
be even more vigilant now that
マスコミに追われるのは
society has me
目に
in the
見えてる
spotlight.
俺ははるかにその
Haruka
覚
and I
悟
can
があると
handle
して
that, but the kids at Morning Glory
朝顔
shouldn't
の
have
子供たちは
to.
巻き込めない俺がまっとうにあ
If
い
I
つら
want
の
to
元に
greet
戻
them
るた
with
めに
my head held high,
けじ
I
めが
need
必
to
要
take
なんだ
responsibility.
それはわかります
I understand that.
でも
But if you
無所に
really
入る
do go to prison, who knows how
何
long
年
you'll
ぶち
be
込まれ
in
るか
for.
もわからないんでしょうはるかちゃんやあなたを
You
待っている
intend
人
to
た
make
ちは
Haruka-chan and the others
いつま
wait
で
for you
待た
that
せるんですか
whole time?
桐生さんは
Kiryu-san,
本当にそれでいい
you're
んですか
comfortable with that?
俺ははるかに世
Haruka
間
and
が
I are
注
the
目して
center
い
of
るからこ
attention
そ
right now. The timing couldn't be better.
今回はいいタイミングなんだ
I mean, you could just
次無
disappear
所
again.
今度こそ
Go back to the taxi agency.
俺も日の当たる場
Once
所を
I'm
歩
out,
ける
I'll
気
be
が
able
す
to
る
walk free with a clear conscience.
ドームのステージではるか
On
は
that Japan Dome stage,
堂々と俺のこ
Haruka
とを
took
家族と呼
pride
ん
in
でくれた
calling me family.
なら
I need to know I deserve that
俺
honor
も
before
そう呼
going
ばれ
back
て
to the
恥ずかしくないよう
orphanage.
にしておきて
Is the game too loud, by the way? Or too quiet? Meanwhile, 6 months later, at the jails... Hey, how's it going? My hair's a lot less cool today. Haruka,
よく来てくれたな
it's good to see you. They
Covered
took his
in it.
hair. You're not allowed to
そ
have
んな
hair
に
in
す
the
ぐは
jails.
何も変わらない
Things
よ
haven't changed much, actually.
朝顔も相変わら
Morning
ず
Glory is just like you
みんな
left
元
it.
気にしてる
Everyone's doing really well.
そうか
That's great.
ならよかった
Glad to hear it.
本当は
The
みん
others
なもお
really
じさん
wanted
に
to
会い
see
たが
you
ってる
too,
んだ
but
け
it
ど
would cost a fortune
沖
to
縄
get
から
them
だ
all さ
とさ
here.
すが
Yeah,
に
that's
お
a lot
金
of
か
plane
かるから
tickets.
沖縄の人たちは
Everyone down in
みんなよ
Okinawa
く
is
してく
treating
れ
us
てる
well, though. You don't need to
だか
worry
ら
about us.
何も心配しないで
マスコミに追われ
And
た
the
りはしてない
media.
か
たまにそう
There
いう
have
人
been a
も来るけ
few
ど
reporters, but
大丈夫
I've handled them.
すまないな
I'm sorry,
はるか
Haruka.
今の俺には何もして
There's
やれ
not
ない
much I
が
can do for you now.
仮釈が出
I
れ
should
ば
be out in 3 years
3年くらいで
if I
出られ
can
る
make
と思
parole.
それでも
3 years is a very long time.
俺は
Yeah,
こんな俺のこ
I'm
とを
going
家
to
族
make
と
sure
呼んで
you're
くれたお
never
前に
ashamed to call me
恥ずかしく
family
ない人
again.
間になりたいんだこっから先の3年
That's what these 3
その
years
た
are
めの
for.
時間だどうかしたか
What's wrong?
私は
Well,
芸能界に入って
once I became an idol, it really
おじ
hurt
さんの
having
こ
to
とを
keep my
家族と
distance
呼
from
べない
you.
のが辛かった
うん
芸能界に
I'm
入
not
ったこ
saying
と
I
を後
regret
悔
my
してるんじゃないの
decision.
その逆
It's
だよ
actually the opposite.
おじさんを家族って
All
呼
that
べな
time
かった
apart helped
あ
me
の時間があ
realize
った
how
から
close we really are, Uncle Kaz.
私は
So when I told the world how I felt about you on that
初めてお
stage,
じさんのことを家族なんだって心から
I
思えた
meant it. Oh. Hey,
それ
Kiribol.
までは
Until then, I
おじさん
had
と一緒にいる
always
ことが
taken our time together for
ずっと当たり
granted.
前だったからまだ子供だった
I
から
mean, I was just a kid.
深く考えたこ
The
とが
stuff
なかっ
I
た
had never really crossed my mind before. That is a very actually that is impressive writing. Because that's an accurate way to like show off a kid being like, I already took it for granted. It never even crossed my mind. Like, there's a difference between I took it for granted and it never crossed my mind. But it's both for a kid. Like, I miss my dad. I miss being able to hang out with my dad. When I was a kid, I didn't think too much about it. Like, I thought, exactly, I took it for granted. But I didn't realize that I was taking it for granted. Kids don't realize. That's why even if we're not together, I'll keep my chin up. No matter how far apart we are, we're still family. I know that in my heart. Haruka. That's what I came to tell you today. It would be too embarrassing to say it once we're living together again. Yeah, it would be. A little bit. I get that. Plus, it looks really cool to say it while he's, like, away. That girl has been around since the original game. My heart. I really feel like the game's too loud. I really feel like the game's too loud. Let me lower it down by like 3 decibels. If it's too quiet now, you tell me. Dinner's ready. Get all this stuff off the table. What do you mean all this stuff? There's like 5 books. Did you get water for everyone? Tablet away. Oh my god, it's 2016. Oh, he's checking his stocks! Like, we have the cash for that. It's just a simulation. My kid is fucking doing the stock market on his tablet in 2016. This is getting too real. This is getting a little too real now. We are approaching rapidly and concerningly close to 2023. Uncle Kaz's gonna be so surprised when he gets out of the jails. Who would have guessed Mitsuo would end up a pro baseball player? Don't jinx him, you dummy. He's still just in middle school. But if he's competing for a scholarship, Mitsuo must have worked really hard. Koji was the one showing him the ropes, but now he's just getting shown up. Oh, shut up. Nothing's decided yet, though. There are other candidates, too. Apparently, they look into all sorts of stuff. Your grades, your living situation. Living situation? Ain't it bad if you're here, then? That's rude, but not incorrect. Dumbass. But seriously. It'll be fine. Everyone knows I'm one of the kids from Morning Glory. They approached me anyway. If the scholarship doesn't work out, it just means I wasn't good enough. We are back to orphans. We just hang out with the orphans. Kiryu's in the jail for, like, assault. The events of Yakuza 5. Basically. And we're waiting for him to come out. Also, social media is scary, man. Scary Haruka Sawamura just waltzed back to Okinawa. Morning Glory is the Yakuza safe house? Oh no. Social media is a lot scarier than any reporters. The ultimate enemy, Twitter. Yes, actually. So Haruka is kind of having the same moment that Kiryu was having,
みんな
where he's like, it's my fault that everyone is having a bad reputation, so I should leave.
Ayako やっぱり
So you're
出てい
finally
くんだ
leaving, Haruka-chan?
お姉ちゃん
Or rather, you're really leaving?
これ
It's because of
Mita
this,
de
isn't it? Yeah. Tabloids.
そっかAyako も見たんだ
So you saw it too, Ayako.
三尾の野球
Are
推
you
薦の
worried
ことが
about me
心
to a
配
scholarship? Yeah, that would actually...
三尾のことだけ
That
じゃ
that
ない
does
よ
explain it, actually. That,
この
that's a
先
good backstory to
他のみ
give.
んなにも何かのチ
Any
ャ
of
ンス
you
が
could
来
end
た
up
と
with
して
big chances like that in the
私の
future.
せいでそれを
If you
潰
lost
すこと
them
にな
because
った
of
ら
me,
耐えられない
I'd never forgive myself.
私は
I never realized how
世の中を
harsh
甘く見て
life
たんだと
can
思う
be. Ugh.
おじさんはそれ
Uncle
をよく
Kaz
分
did,
かってた
though.
からきっと
That's why he's
刑務所
in the
に行った
jail
の
right now.
だからって
So what?
お姉ちゃんはここ
What are
を
you
出
gonna
て
do
どう
once
す
you
るの
leave? Where are you
どこ
gonna
に行くの
go?
しばらくはおじ
I
さ
want to
ん
be
のそばに
closer
い
to
ようと
Uncle
思ってる
Kaz.
いつまで
What do you mean? You know it's gonna be years until he gets out, right?
おじさんはお姉ちゃん
Does he
に朝
know
が
you're
出るって知
leaving
ってる
Morning
の
Glory?
うん
No. I came
全
to
部
this
私
decision
が
all on
自
my
分
own.
で決めたことだからじゃあ私
I'll
からお
write
じさ
him
ん
a
に
letter
手
to
紙
say
書い
you're
ておく
coming then.
黙ってて
Don't.
え
Huh?
おじさんに
I'll
は
explain everything to him
私
once
から
we're
ちゃんと
together.
話すから
I'm joining the jail. I remember I did that, actually. I left in the middle of the night when I left my parents' house. It was a terrible decision. Goodbye. I regret it immensely. Now I know what you meant when you said you were playing a movie. It do be a movie. It do be a movie, and then we're playing an action game in between some parts. This is a direct continuation of the previous game, which is probably why it's a little longer than usual. We're only getting the opening credits now. I feel like they could have done a new render of this picture because they're using it a lot. Yeah, and now she's telling them all. And everyone's like, what the fuck? Also, the sheepdog. The Doge. That's the same 3D model that they used like 3 games ago. Holy shit. It's fine because we're only lingering on it for 2 seconds. We're playing a Hideo Kojima game here, no? I mean, no, but we're getting. We do have another amazing cinematography like expert at the helm. They're so good that they have their own studio now. They used to be handled by Sega, but now they have their entire studio underneath Sega. The homeless knows everything. Never do anything in front of the homeless. Important people will know. Little Asia's up in flames? What? Your first thought was to go see the loan shark? That's kind of weird, but I kind of get it. Several fires were reported all around Little Asia at roughly the same time. Do you think it's arson? Fire department better be on the way. How's the evac going? It's spreading very quickly. What a mess. Little Asia's gonna burn to cinders. This was where all of the immigrants were living, actually. Which is concerning and questionable, to say the least. One of the main characters from Yakuza 4 was living there. The way people are running, it's like there's a massive monster or a bomb threat. It's a fire! That's basically the case. Also, evil men in suits. Gentlemen, lasting prosperity is now within arm's reach now that we've burned down the homes of the immigrants. Shall we toast to the burning immigrants? Also, he has a red tie, as if to look as evil as they possibly could make him. Hello, Dynamite. We've just started. By which I mean to say we have not started at all. This... No, I was gonna say this looks like the office that Tachibana had in Zero, but it's not. It's a different viewpoint of the city. Guess there was a pretty big fire, though you've seen your share of fire. People tend to watch in curiosity more. I would be fucking scared, personally. Chapter 1, The Price of Freedom. God, look at these graphics! Holy shit! Playing DMC5, Bloodborne got a little help with your bed and finger. Hopefully that's gonna cure fast. You really wish you were watching this on a couch. You would be having a good time if you watched the entire series on YouTube with popcorn. Like actually. Like binge it like a Netflix TV series. Taller than I remember. Uncle Kez! You're really here! How'd you get back so soon? Did I surprise you? Uncle Kaz is back! He's back! You live right by Greens, which kids always set a light every summer. Because burning buildings more of a work. You jerk! I thought you were never gonna come. Oh! Why'd you make us wait so long? It has been like... It has been 3 years of jail, plus however long it was since Haruka started her idol job. So it's been a while. Also, yes, not only was it like it was not just one burning building, actually. Little Asia is a collection of like several stores, several restaurants, and several apartments. And all of it was on fire. That's an entire city block on fire. That was a big concern. You guys have gone really big. Also, that's where Tanimura from Yakuza 4 was from. All of you look so grown up. And they said it was Predding, too. Where's Haruka-chan? You came together, right? Right? She'll be here soon, right? No, she's not with me. Is Haruka not around? What do you mean, Uncle Kaz? She said she'd be with you. Huh? Yeah, that's what she said. Isn't that right, Ayaku-chan? Gonna go grab antibiotics there. Gonna go to a hand specialist. Ugh. Yeah, hopefully that heals fast. Haruka-chan left Morning Glory just about 3 years ago now. Yeah, he got his hair back. We got calls from her at first, but they stopped in the past year or so. It all felt so strange. She's not the kind of person who just disappear. She said she was living near you, though. Why don't we just call her already? Come on. We don't have any way to reach her, and her calls have been from payphones. Payphones in 2016? She apparently canceled her cell contract right after she left Morning Glory.
なんで俺らに何も言ってくれなかったんだよ。
Why didn't she tell us any of this
いつも姉
herself?
ちゃんたちは
You
俺
and
ら
her
を子
always treat
供
us
扱い
like
し
we're a
すぎ
bunch
な
of
んだ
little
よ。
kids.
ごめん。
I'm sorry, I just...
でもみんなを不
I
安
didn't
に
want
さ
you
せた
to
くなかっ
worry.
た。
That all of 3 years worth of worries coming to us
も
fast
しかした
now.
ら本当に
Besides, I
お
already
じさ
thought
ん
there
と
was a chance she'd come back with
一
you,
緒に
Uncle
戻ってくる
Kaz.
かもって。
でもなんでだ。
Still, why'd Haruka-chan have to
姉
leave
ちゃんが
us
出
here in
て
the
いかな
first
きゃいけなかっ
place?
たんだよ。俺たち
Things were
う
good,
まくや
weren't
れて
they?
たろ。
はるかお姉ちゃん
Does Haruka-chan
泉
not
た
like
ちの
us
こと
anymore?
嫌いになっちゃったの。ううん。
That's not it. She doesn't want to hold us back. That's what she told me.
私たちの重荷になりたくなかったんだよ。
何
Hold
それ
us back?
ど
What's
ういう
that
こと
supposed to mean? Do you still have the exact same magazine that you had like 3 years ago? I appreciate you're bringing it to Uncle Kaz instead of to the one kid. Because then we'd have to pass it around the table. That would be awkward. Until it finally reaches. Yep, that one.
今三尾が通っている
Right
学校
when
から
Mitsuo was up for that
野球推
baseball
薦の話
scholarship
があ
from
った
his
時
school.
ちょうど
That
こん
article
な記事が
got
出たの。
published.
お姉ちゃん
I
は
think Haruka-chan hated the
自
idea
分
of
の
her
せいで
actions
朝
turning
のみん
people
なが
against
変な
us.
目で見られるのに耐えられなかったんだと思う。あの時は特
Plus,
に
back then, we
三
didn't
尾
know
の
how
進路
Mitsuo's
が
career
どう
would
転
play
ぶかわ
out
からな
yet.
かったし。
なんだよ。
Are you trying to pin this on me?
いや
That's not what she meant.
お前のせいで
It's not your fault, Mitsuo, and it's not Haruka's either.
全部
The blame
俺の
is
せいだ。
all on me.
おじさん、
Uncle Kaz.
だから俺が
I'm going to find Haruka. I
必ずハルカ
swear.
を探し出してこの家に
I'll
連れて帰
bring
る
her back. So that's the plot. Let's talk to the kids! I get to move! Also, Kiryu is a very bitchin' ringtone. Holy shit. Tips tag. Staying on the map. Hero from Tips newsletter. Newsletter is all about the map. The mini-map is displayed on the lower left. Okay. Saving the game. Nice to meet you. Why are these out of order? Distribute tips newsletter. There's something you don't understand. I hope you'll look us up for tests. Changing clothes. Accessing DLC. Once per save file. Oh my god, it feels weird to be playing modern Yakuza. Oh no. Oh! Hold on. Yeah! I get to be the boomer taking selfies and posting them on Twitter now. Yeah! It's boomer time. Let's talk to the kids.
おじさん。
Uncle Kaz, what do you think I should
Haruka
do?
のことは
Don't
気
worry
にす
about
るな。
Haruka, just focus on your baseball.
ハルカは
I'll
必ず
bring
そ
her
うして
back. And once I do, we'll all
み
come
んな
cheer
で
for
お
you
前の試
together.
合を応援に
I should hook you up with this friend that I met during Yakuza 5, who's an
いいところ
expendable
を見せ
star.
てくれ
わかったよ。
I will. They really didn't want you to get the chance of a refund speedrun? Oh, no, they didn't. This game's like 200 hours long. Short combat tutorial and a cutscene disguised as gameplay, but that's basically it. How's it going with the dog? Uncle Kaz.
豆も昼飯
Already
の
lunched
時
them
間
for
か
Mame, huh? He hasn't slowed down at
相変わら
all.
ず元気そうだな豆
Bark.
マメ、
Not
まだ
yet,
だからね。
Mame. Wait for the
まだ
magic
食べちゃダ
word.
メ。
Go. What a good dog. Holy shit. The second there's food within like
今頃何してるのかな。
2 meters, the dogs just run for it in my experience.
はるかのことな
I'm
ら
sure
心
she's
配
doing
するな
fine. She must be up in Kamurocho.
きっとカムロ町にいるはずだ
そうだといいけど。
I hope you're right. Anyone got any hints for DMD Reason? I am not familiar with DMD Reason. Unfortunately. I never thought Haruka would be so worried about all of us here. Why did I step up on the step? I didn't even notice. It's okay. Haruka-chan worries way too much. Uncle Kaz, you better talk some sense into her when you figure out where she is. Let her know we don't mind having her around no matter what happens. I'll tell her soon enough, don't worry. Basically eating everywhere except the food. Okay, the food eating animation can only be so good. Priorities. Ayako-chan is the worst. I can't believe she didn't tell us. You should not blame her for all of this. What happened with Haruka was not her fault. Put yourself in Ayako's shoes. It must have been hard keeping it a secret. I mean, I know that. But I just wish she would have at least told her family the truth. You make a very compelling argument, kid. Can I get, like... Oh, I get to play tank control Kiryu in first person now. The powers of the new Dragon Engine. Yakuza 6, possibly the weakest Kiryu, so I've heard. It's a little rough to play Kiryu in this game. He's a little, like, slippery. A little floaty. Oh. Even walking around is not great. When was the last time you saw Haruka-chan, Uncle Kaz? 3 years ago, she came to see me while I was still behind bars. She said everyone here at Morning Glory was doing well, though. Oh. Even back then, I'm sure she was worried about how you guys were coping. This could have been all avoided if I'd just noticed it. I'm so sorry. It's not your fault, Uncle Kaz. But we gotta find Haruka soon. What if she's caught up in something shady? Would not be the first time. Would be like the 4th time, actually. I promise I'll find her. I'll bring her back too. How's the stock market? I should introduce you to Akiyama. He's really good at that. Done a bunch of research online, but no one seems to have anything on where Haruka might be these days. She's gone dark on social media too. Got it. Thanks for trying. What's social media? I'm old man Kiryu. I only know about talking to people on the streets and asking the homeless for info. The homeless network is powerful, Kyo. Nerd! Yes, it is a nerd, you're right. Yo, let's talk about the secrets. About the search for Haruka-chan. What are you gonna do, Uncle Kaz? Well, I'm gonna start by talking to an acquaintance of mine named Kamurocho. Who's that? Akiyama. He has access to the homeless network. He helped Haruka before in both Osaka and Kamurocho. There's a chance he's heard something about where she is. I'll go give him a call now. You know what? That's incredibly responsible, Kiryu, instead of just fucking flying over there. Which will have the same result, but this is more responsible. Uncle Kaz? You're in charge of dinner prep, huh? Anything I can do to help? Look at these fresh vegetables! No, I'll be fine. I can do it all myself. Besides, I should be more independent. I can't rely on grown-ups for everything. Good point. Uncle Kaz? Even if you do manage to find Haruka-chan somehow, we still don't know that she'll want to come back with you, right? Don't think like that. If I can talk to her, I know she'll want to come back. No need to worry about that. Okay. Time for the vegetable test. Japanese video game. How good does your food look? Ah! It disappeared! Excuse me? food is magical! Oh, no. Sorry, I'm allergic to disappearing food. The food is a lie! We have no such thing as fresh vegetables in this house. Hello, amazing balls, by the way. How's it going? This run from 0 to 11 real fast. This went from 11 to 0 fast. I was getting ready to look at the details in the graphics, but I'm gonna have to do so from a distance. Long time no see. Yeah, I started doing college prep. It's been a little rough. I might be weekends only now on stream. Maybe. I should give Akiyama a call. He might have heard something about Haruka. The number you have dialed is currently out of service. Please confirm you have the correct number and try again. I can't even reach Akiyama now? Did he get a new phone number? Damn it, what's going on? Uncle Kaz, do you manage to get in touch with that Akiyama guy? Nope. Looks like his number changed. What? No. If his phone's cut off, I may have to go to Kamurocho and find him myself. So then, does that mean you're going to be leaving us here again? Yes? I can't let them keep worrying like this. I just need to find Haruka fast. Alright, tomorrow I'll head up to Kamurocho. I'll take a $300 plane ticket back home again. Or to be back to Kamurocho again. Next time you're gonna be back, let us know first, okay? It'll be cleaner if you give us some notice. Funny you say that. When was the last time you cleaned, Shiro? You're going to Kamurocho, right? This is gonna be dangerous, Uncle Kaz. Logically, it shouldn't, but yes, it is going to be. Once I find Akiyama, I'll get right out of there. I doubt I'll be there long. Don't get too upset with Haruka-chan if you find her, Kaz. Or once you find her, Kaz. I won't be so. Good luck with your baseball training. I hope you kept the disgusting-looking clothes that I bought you a game ago. Taichi, Koji, Shiro, Eri, Ryuna. I should not be voice acting this part. I won't make you wait long this time. Haruka and I will be back soon, I promise. Doge. It's the same 3D model, they just added some fuzz to it. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone smile again. Goodbye for now. Wait, I left without any baggages or anything like that. You still need a change of clothes, even if you're only gonna be there for like 2 days. Kamurocho, Tokyo. The concrete still looks as shit as it did back in 2005. Yeah. How do I always end up back in this damn city? Well, it makes for a very good video game. Sky Finance is on Tenkaichi Street. Yeah, it's like right next to the bar. This way. Sprinting. Whilst wandering around the world, you can sprint by holding down A. Compared to your normal speed, you'll run a lot faster. You don't say! Press R while you have control of Kiryu. You'll shift to first-person perspective. Yeah, I figured that out. Apparently, you can send a sticker. There's an app called Awards on your phone. You'll earn some valuable EXP. Send sticker. Yeah. Wanna get drinks? That's impossible. Although I'd love to grab a drink with you if I could. That is so fucking boomer as hell. This is the boomerest, like, response I've ever seen. Where it's just like, I don't actually write anything. I just send stickers. Like, when the boomer is not afraid of technology, they still use technology in the cringiest way they can. No matter how many years pass, Kamurocho stays the same. There's always trouble. Stop right there! Hey, I knew it was you, Kiryu.
伊達さん
Date-san.
なんだよお前
What are you doing here? When did you get out? Just the other day, actually.
タグ
Seriously, I kept telling them to let me know when you'd get out. Needs more
誰からも
Minion
連絡が
emoji.
来やしね
Nobody said a damn word to me. Well, all's well that ends well. We still ended up fighting each other.
年老けたか
You've
本当に
aged.
年食っただけだ
It's finally catching up
お
to
互い
me.
様だけどよ
Not that you can talk. I've looked like this for 20 years, Kiryu. I was born old. It's been too old, long, Kiryu. Glad you made it through all
無
that.
所出た足で
No, would have thought you'd head to Okinawa after getting out. I
沖縄に
did.
も行ってきた
I didn't even want to see you in between.
伊達さんは相変わら
Looks
ず
like you're
忙し
still
そうだな
swamped,
殺し
Date.
があったんだ
There's been a murder. Tojo guy stabbed to death by Chinese immigrant.
カムロ町じゃ今
Kamurocho is getting torn apart by a war between Tojo clan and the Triads. Oh, now it's the Triad, huh? The Chinese mafia. A lot went down while you were behind bars.
去年
Speaking of, did you hear about the big Kamurocho fire last year?
無所
When I was in prison, I did hear
その
about
火
it.
事が
Fire finally caused the Tojo clan to chokehold on
焼け
Kamurocho.
たのはアジア
Lil Asia went up in smoke,
そ
and
の
the
焼
Sayo
け跡に
Triad
大陸から
smelled blood
西
in the
洋海
water.
って中国マフィアが入り込んだんだでそいつらと
The war with the
東
Tojo
上界
clan
の
broke
抗争
out
が
soon
始
after.
まって
Even
片桐
civilians
ま
are
で
fair
犠牲者
game
が出る
now.
それで警視庁が
Cops got pretty desperate to resolve it, so they pinned the whole thing on the
抗争
Tojo
の責任
clan.
を押し付けるようにして真島と同
Both
時に
Majima and
大
Daigo
悟
have
を逮捕
been
した
arrested. Whoa!
知らなかったのは
You hadn't heard? That was almost 6 months ago.
大悟が捕まったと
If
す
they
る
got Daigo, who's calling the
今
shots
の
for the
登場界
Tojo
を動
clan?
かしているのは
本家の相
Some
談役だった
advisor at
菅井
headquarter
って幹
level.
部だ
Man named Sugai. You know him? Not personally. Pretty
確
sure
か
he's
に
been
二代
around
目
since
時
the
代からの
second
古参の
chairman,
はず
though.
だ
Yep,
間違い
that's
ない
the guy.
そ
Nailed
の菅井
him.
だ
そうか
Huh.
いや
Anyway, you should probably stay as far away as you can from this Tojo clan
その
mess.
ために3
That
年
guy
以上
who
の
landed you
ミッ
into
ション
prison,
に
that's
俺も余計な
what
こと言って
landed you into prison in the first place. Let's
Haruka
change the
どうしてる？
subject.
っていうか
How's Haruka doing?
なんで彼
Oh
女に
boy, how serendipitous you would ask here. I'm here to find
も
Akiyama.
っと言うと
More specifically, I need to ask him if he knows where
はるかの居場
Haruka
所を聞きてえ
is.
と思ってる
はるかの
You
居場
lost
所
は
Haruka?
るかは
She up and left Okinawa a while
Okinawa
back.
から
Nobody
姿を消
knows
したん
where
だ。
she is.
もう随分前からな
What
なん
the
で
hell?
俺も沖縄
The
で知った
kids of
ばかり
Morning
だ
Glory just told me.
それで秋山なら
I was thinking Akiyama might know something,
何か知ってるかと
but
思
his
った
number's been disconnected.
携帯が繋がらね
You know,
実は
I've been wondering about him. Did you hear he closed up
あいつな
shop?
金貸しの会社を閉めた
Akiyama, the man with infinite money, shut down?
しばらく休業して
Apparently it's temporary, but he's still in Kamurocho. I bet he's still in
聞
Kamurocho
いた話じ
somewhere.
ゃどうも
That said, I
中
heard
国マフィアに
whispers
狙
that
わ
the
れたらしい
Triads are after him.
す
What?
まんがそろそろ行かないと
Sorry, I gotta be
Other
getting
than
back
that,
on
then
this.
it's-
I'll call you
What's
later.
your-
We can talk then. Sounds good.
一応言っとくが
Steer
アジア
clear
の
of Little
近づ
Asia.
く
The
と
Triads are getting
例の
pretty
中国マフィアが
ballsy.
幅利かしてるなるべくなら行かずに済ませた方がいい
Guy like you shouldn't go near it.
気をつけ
Right, I'll be careful. Thanks for
Arigato,
everything, Date-san.
お
Of course.
Yeah,
See you around. Akiyama closed Sky Finance? It's not like I have any other leads, though, so I'll check it out anyway. He still has a branch back in Sotabori, doesn't he? Can I see the map? Oh. Little Asia was, yeah. It is actually, like, empty in the center. It used to be that Little Asia was, like, this labyrinthine, like, maze area before. I'm not familiar with what Chad is talking about right now. I saw stands and I was like, are we talking about JoJo? At least I can still go to the Bantam. The Bantam is still there. The Champion District is there, but, like, it's not modeled. That's kind of weird. Stand up straight! I am standing up straight, Emerald Lord. Thank you. Also, drink some water. Just as soon as I figure out where my Termos is. How is it going? Nero's Devil Trigger in 4 was a stand coming from Yamato. Okay. Got it. Ugh. Water has been drunk. Whew. I started cleaning up my place because I'm moving out at the end of the month, and this place is dusty. Fuck. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh shit, I found it! The Nyan Nyan Cafe. You're good, a bit exhausted as you had back-to-back D&D sessions when it's usually once a week. Oof. I wish Dark Slayer style was better with more moves. In 5, those keep floating arms. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go take a look inside Akiyama's place. I don't know why we don't just take the elevator. Does this game have any games in it? Yes, it do. There's more in this game than previous games, in fact. I could go play Virtua Fighter right now. Or Puyo Puyo. If I recall correctly, Puyo Puyo's in this. No, right, that's not his office. His office is like another flight of stairs up. Can I still run upstairs? Yes, I can, despite making no sense. This is where Sky Finance used to be. It says they're accepting tenant applications? So I guess Akiyama already did sell the place. Maybe we should head up some of the stores I know around the town for more info. The place is on sale. Oh. Tips newsletter. When in doubt, ask at a bar. Really feel like they should allow me to like go through the back inside Serena at that point. I've done it in previous games. Oh my god, I forgot physics! 1 second. Run into the sign. Come on. I'm gonna push that thing down. Game, please. Come on. Heartbroken. Let's go inside New Serena. Yeah, it moved a little bit. But it's too much effort. Also, no loading screens. Holy shit. Huh? Is that you, Kiryu-san? Yes, it is.
久しぶりだな、ママ。
You shouldn't surprise me like this. I might have had a heart attack. Sorry about that.
悪かったな。
This means you're a free man, right? I know. We should get everyone together. I've been kind of trying that. That won't be necessary, Mama. Just dropped in to say hello. Is that all?
それより、
I ran into Date-san. Sounds like the city's getting dangerous.
この町も随分物騒になったようだな。
It's true. Can't seem to go a day without hearing about another murder. Feels like things are changing, and not for the better. Right.
そうだ。
By the way, Mama, there are some things I
ママ
wanted
に
to
聞き
ask
たいことがある
you.
んだが。
What is it? Let's talk about Akiyama, because I feel like asking about Haruka would not really work out well.
秋山の居場
Do you
所
know
を
where
知らないか。
Akiyama is? You'd know that a lot more. Never mind, you have no idea. He closed up shop a while back. Haven't seen him since he left. I just hope he hasn't gotten himself wrapped up in anything dubious. Agreed. What about Haruka, though? It would not make sense for you to have heard about Haruka unless she
この
came
辺
here.
りで
But I'll ask
は
anyways.
るかを見かけなかったか。
Huh? Haruka-chan, why'd you ask?
随分
Not
前の
long
話
after
だ
I
が
went to jail, she left Okinawa all by
はるかが
herself.
沖縄から姿を消したんだ。理由はい
There
ろい
was
ろある
more
ん
to
だ
the
が、
story than that. But I'm only
俺が
getting
この
back
町に
here
来
to
たの
look for
は
her.
はるかを探すためなんだ。
Kiryu's like anti-social, holy shit. Left straight from the jail, went back to the orphanage instantly, then hit up anyone in Kamurocho to tell them he's out. Not even like a drink or anything, just straight back home. Feel free to drop in here whenever you want, don't be shy.
ママ、いつもすまないな。
Kiryu could not even be remotely bolted. Oh dear. Oh, is this DLC? I'm so... Did I just... hold on, Mama. I just need to break all of your furniture. Oh, this is Dark Souls 1 all over again. You're right. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. I need to run into this. Yeah. Why? not help with the... This does not greatly improve the... Can I make it like going to the wall? Yeah. Yeah. Clan creator, special leader. Oh, right. This is the stuff from Yakuza Kiwami, I think. Look at all this DLC. Look at this overpowered DLC. There might be spoilers in this list. Rainbow Bun. Kiryu Best exclusive item. Oh my god. The Yakuza 6 Fun Pack. That was it. Okay, cool. Wait, Daigo. How's Daigo here? Daigo in the mini games is not in jail. Okay. So I got a Stamina and Royale. Charges up your heat dramatically. And the Rainbow Bun, a legendary confection. Rainbow Bun. Eating this improves all of your abilities. Pay to win DLC. Not any equipments though. Breakable boxes. Funny ractals. Okay. 500 all EXP. Hello, 576. How's it going? Hold on. Let me go back in. I need to do something. I need to update my social media about me. Hold on. I need to break that furniture that you just fixed while I was gone 2 seconds ago. Cool, thank you. What, 1 second? Yeah. Boomer Simulator. Okay, now I can go. So how closely after Yakuza 5 does this take place? It's been like... the intro is literally 10 minutes after Yakuza 5. The intro is after Kiryu bleeding out. After the credits and Haruka finding him. Then we're at the hospital. After that, Kiryu spends 3 years in jail. And now Haruka's missing. Kiryu's canonically like 60 at this point? Okay, let me go check actually. Kazuma Kiryu. Not the fandom wiki, fuck. Yeah. Where is his age on this stupid list? Biographical. He is 48 at the time of Yakuza 6. Holy shit, he's old. He's as old as my dad at the time of this game. Holy shit. Even the can exploded when I kicked it. Hold on. Yeah. I want a skincare routine. He's made out of plastic. He's basically just a... Yeah. He's basically the Dark Souls. Yeah. Oh. Can't go this way. Understandable. Have a nice day. Can you break a cop? No. Kiryu is an honorable man. Honorable man that does not pick fights. However, if somebody picks a fight with him, he will hospitalize them for life. He's like the Batman, basically. I just need to break every physic things. Why would you make everything interactable? Oh, new engine. New engine. New engine. He's the Batman of Japan. Okay, I ran out of breath finally. Let's go. Okay, yeah, I can't do. I can do the cha-cha slide when I tap. Can do the little dance. I can't go back there. Oh shit! How's yo, old man? I could use a bit of spending money. Sounds like you need to learn some manners. Hurry up and hand over your wallet. These guys look familiar. These guys look like every dude I've beaten up. Street battles. Some nasty thugs just wander around town looking for fights for the hell of it. You can ignore them, but you can earn rewards by teaching them a lesson. Ow. Yeet! Yeet! Oh, new engine. Giant cone! Yeet! Hold on, hold on, hold on. Come here. Come here, come here. I have heat and I have giant cone. There do be lock on, actually. I'm locking on right now. There is dodge with iframes. There is strong attacks and light attacks. Where'd the cone go? I broke it. The ragdoll. Hold on. Yeet! I know I can use abilities to upgrade. I know I can upgrade abilities game. Oh. To the cone zone. Okay, okay, okay. So we are finally playing Yakuza with the modern system, which is basically that depending on what you eat and what you do, you will gain specific EXP types. EXP types are typically tied to a certain stats, and sometimes you can, like, save them up to a lump sum to unlock shit. Now, since we are playing modern Yakuza, I prefer the money system from Zero, but it's kind of like Zero in the sense that, I will only upgrade my damage if I feel like I'm not doing enough damage. So I'm gonna be smacking dudes for very long periods of time during fights at the start of the game. Fair warning, this is not recommended. I'm on the hard difficulty. I'm not gonna be hitting hard at all. Let me equip some stuff, like the Morning Glory photo that I got from the DLC. Somehow makes enemies less likely to confront you. There's a lot of nostalgia here. As well as a rainbow waistband reminds you of home. They're not OP or anything. They're just little things. So that's cool. I think the game is forcing me to upgrade something before I can get out. I have leveled up. Cool, thanks. Yeah, the game was forcing me. Thank you, Battle Master, for gifting me the gift of the combos. Wanna go for drinks? What do you mean by that? Thank you. Don't let it get to you. Kamurocho Information Service! Wanna go for drinks? This is an automated message. Please do not reply directly to this account as you will not receive a response. Let me respond. Sad cat. Very sad, Kiryu. We'll be lurking, working on assignments. I'm not looking forward to working on mine. There is something I want to go check, though, in-game. I saw something on the map. I saw it on the map. And I don't know if it's open yet, but it might be. It might be that I need to do the main story first. Can I go underground? No, I cannot. They took it out. Good. Because it was not super useful to the game. Keep forgetting to not press that. Okay. Oh boy. Here we go. This is very close to where the massage parlor was, I am noticing. Do I take the stairs? I do take the stairs. It's here. Oh, no. Can I make use of your services? No, I cannot yet. The game will not let me. Fuck your chairs, though. Fuck your computers. Goodbye! I walked in, broke her chair, she's screaming out! I noticed her on the map and I was like, I know I need to. Oh, shit! Nyan Nyan Cafe. You can meet soon! Chief Banana, hello. What's with this place? How can a cat cafe not have any cats? Huh? We'll get them back soon, ma'am. I promise. Soon? Don't take me for a fool. I'm done with this dingy cafe for good. Can't say I blame her. A cat cafe with no cats? Sub-story. Look what the dragon dragged in. Not that kind of cat. Kier, you better kill that Karen right now. Hello, sir. Welcome, sir, to Nyan Nyan Cafe. What is this place? I'm glad you asked, sir. The Nyan Nyan Cafe is a paradise for coffee and cat lovers alike. The combination of cute and caffeinated will leave you energized all day long. At least it would. You certainly talk big, buddy, but I don't see any cats. Nyan Nyan. Look right this way, sir! That's our #1 cat, Brittany-chan! Brittany-chan. You need to do the thing first. Sir, I adore my feline friends, but they don't care for me very much. That's pretty rough. So is that the only cat you have? Yes, sir. The others, they all ran away. Thank you for clipping that, Rob. What? That's right. I had gathered a few adorable fur balls for a grand opening. But none of them respected me. When I wasn't looking, they all darted off. I guess I just really can't get the hang of this cutthroat industry, huh? No use crying over spilled milk. You should just buy more cats. I can't do that. I used all my savings on this place. My wallet's run dry. Besides, I already decided this cafe is going to exclusively shelter strays. You know what? That's very kind of you. Most cafes are devoted to high-degree breeds, pedigree breeds, so streetwalkers never get any love. I'm gonna set myself apart by bringing the runs out into the spotlight. Naturally, any paw pals we bring in will get a full grooming and special orientation. So it's a humanitarian thing, too. I've never heard of such a thing. But strays are super good at avoiding people. Whenever I approach them, they just scamper off. I wish I could find ones that would be okay with spending their lives pleasing the public. I just realized this is the hostess minigame all over again, but with cats. In the previous game, you had to groom hostesses for a hostess bar. In this game, you have to groom cats for the cat cafe. Curious face. Oh, hold on. Let me copy that clip. Fever time. Fever time. Nya 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 nya. Fever time. Let me just leave that clip here. I'll have to. I need to hear that laugh of mine. Hold on. Nya 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 nya. Nya 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 nya. This is indeed way more ethical. Hold on. 10 out of 10. Thank you. Just that look, that furrowed brow. Cat. Cat! Me? I guess if I have to. There. Mushy, mushy. You're incredible, sir! Brittany Chan doesn't warm up to anyone like this! This is amazing! Are you sure? She seems pretty friendly to me. I promise Brittany Chan's never been like this with any of my customers! I have a history of grooming pussies in these games. I have a history of wearing the Mew shoes! I need you to get those stray cats for me! Excuse me? That's right! With my frankly lacking charm, it's impossible for me to round them up! But you have the skills to get them used to spending time with people! And once they trust humankind, you'll scoop them up with for your cafe. That's right, right? Yeah! Isn't that a great idea? Why do they have to be strays? I mean, don't you feel bad for them? It's not just Brittany-chan. All cats deserve love. High pedigree ones, the dirty ones on the street. It doesn't matter what breed they are. If there's a furry friend in need, I want to help them push onward. This is a very awkward time for me to be adding the furry tag to my stream. I'm just saying. You're making this way weirder than it needs to be. But strays get rounded up by animal control and almost get me put to sleep. Do you disable slug button? No, it should still be active. I want to save every last one! All I want people to see the strays are just as cute as regular cats once you wash them off. Why is there a furry tag on stream? Well, now you know. Now you know. Look at him! Alright. I'll help. For a bit. You mean it, sir? Yeah, but I'm not doing this for you. This is for the cats! I won't stand for them getting killed. No animals deserve a fate that cruel. Thank you so much, sir! It's Kiryu. Kiryu-san, you're a real blessing to feline kind. Let's clean up the streets! So what do you need me to do? Right. If you come across any stray somewhere, give it food until it takes a shine to you. It might take a few attempts before it really latches on, so just keep trying. So I find cats and I feed them. Each one will like different food, though. Take that into consideration. Can I still buy catnip? The way to a cat's heart is through its stomach, so bring it some food. Once the cat has reached max affection, someone from the cafe will come pick it up, buy food at a convenience store or the cafe, and get out there, make some furry friends. This is making it so much more awkward than it needs to be. I'll go anywhere in the country for my feline friends. Wait, you mean you'll even go to Okinawa? If things go well, they may even scrounge together a thank you gift someday. Sounds good. Thank you. Well then, Kiryu-san. The time is meow! Stop. What have I got myself into? Look at this smooth transition. Can I break your furniture too? No, this furniture is immune to destruction. 24 anime episode of Kiryu taking care of cats. Each episode is a new cat. Hold on. Hold on. Thanks. Thanks for staring at me. My feet were really tired, okay? I'm just saying. Oh my god. First person Kiryu just feels wrong. Like, I'll download mods for this whenever I'm playing. You know, now that I'm seeing it in first person, the popped color looks really dumb, actually. Do you look, every time you look down, does it look like this, Kiryu? Because that's kind of awkward. Meow. Oh my god. There's so many different versions. Oh my god, there's so many different cats' food. Fuck. No. I must. I have bought 2 of every cat food.
ありがとうございました。また猫たちに会いに来てくださいね。
Alright. I've done it. Is that note I took 2 hours ago still important? Is it? Oh my god, an actual empty building. What the hell? This is too real. Why is this not locked? I feel like the homeless could walk in here. And you know, just not freeze to death in the middle of winter. Oh my god, I can just go to the roof. I can just...